Atherosclerosis is a condition where plaque begins to build up along the inner walls of your blood vessels. Over time, these plaques narrow the arteries, making it harder for blood to flow. And this gradual narrowing can eventually lead to serious events like a heart attack or stroke. But the important question is, where does this process begin? Normally, your blood vessels are smooth and elastic. However, if you have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, abnormal lipid levels, or chronic inflammation, these factors can damage the endothelium, the thin inner lining of your arteries. When damage occurs, your body responds by trying to repair it. It sends LDL cholesterol, white blood cells, and immune cells to the injury site. At first, this is a completely normal protective response. But when these injuries happen repeatedly, the body keeps patching the area, layer after layer. And with each patch, more substances like calcium and fibrin get trapped. The result? The plaque thickens, the arteries become narrower, stiffer, and lose their natural elasticity. Can you feel this process happening? The answer is sometimes yes, but often not at all. Some people may feel chest tightness during physical effort, like climbing stairs, walking briskly, or going uphill. This discomfort often eases with rest. Others may experience shortness of breath, heaviness in the shoulders, or pain in the jaw or left arm. But the most dangerous cases are those with no symptoms at all. Everything progresses silently until one small piece of plaque breaks off and suddenly blocks blood flow. That's when the risk of stroke, heart attack, or even death becomes very real, regardless of age. The good news is you can support your body before it reaches that point. Now, let's take a closer look at 5 key vitamins that can help cleanse your arteries, improve circulation, and protect your heart health every single day. 1. Vitamin K2, in the form of MK7. The first problem is arterial calcification. This occurs when calcium builds up in the wrong place. Instead of going into your bones, it deposits inside your arteries. Calcium begins to accumulate in the lining of the blood vessels. Over time, this makes the arteries stiff, less elastic, and more vulnerable to damage. Blood pressure rises. Plaque becomes more likely to rupture, and the risk of stroke increases significantly. Vitamin K2 directly addresses this issue. It activates specific proteins that help remove calcium from the blood vessels and transport it back into the bones. The result? Cleaner arteries with better flexibility. Blood pressure stabilizes. The risk of atherosclerosis, stroke, and bone fractures decreases noticeably. This is a crucial foundation if you want to stay healthy as you age. The MK7 form is preferred because it remains in the body longer. Certain foods like natto, hard cheeses, animal liver, or egg yolks contain K2, but usually not in sufficient amounts. That's why supplements are a common choice. Of course, you should consult your doctor before using them. But correcting calcium placement alone is not enough. If your blood vessels remained in a state of chronic inflammation, all efforts to prevent disease can be undone. The next problem is low-grade chronic inflammation. This type of inflammation is like a silent fire burning inside your blood vessels. But it's that very silence that makes it so dangerous. It causes the vessels to become overly sensitive and prone to damage, creating the perfect environment for plaque to form. Many people appear healthy on the outside, but their inflammation markers in the blood are alarmingly high. That's why the feeling of "I'm fine" is no longer a reliable indicator of actual health. Omega-3 is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents. It helps soothe the vessel walls, reduce sensitivity, and keep the inner blood flow smooth and clean. Krill oil is especially valued because it contains omega-3 in a form that is highly bioavailable, meaning the body can absorb and use it more effectively. It also contains astaxanthin, a potent antioxidant that protects fatty acids from being damaged during circulation. When taken correctly, omega-3 helps reduce inflammation, stabilize blood pressure, and establish a strong foundation for cardiovascular health. One thing the longest living populations in the world have in common is a consistently high intake of omega-3 in their daily diets. So the real question isn't, should I take omega-3? It's, am I taking enough and in the right form? And even if vascular inflammation is under control, there's still another silent threat that many people overlook: oxidative damage, a process that can harm the blood vessels even when there's no obvious plaque or inflammation. Let's now talk about another critical issue: oxidative stress and the damage it causes to blood vessels. This is the process by which LDL cholesterol becomes altered when it encounters free radicals. LDL cholesterol, when intact, is not inherently dangerous. But once it becomes oxidized, it turns into a harmful substance. This oxidized form is one of the key drivers behind plaque formation and worsens inflammation within the artery walls. Many people have cholesterol levels within the normal range, yet still face high risk of arterial blockage. The reason is they're not addressing the level of oxidative stress occurring inside their bodies. So, how can we reduce this risk? The answer lies in antioxidants, and among them, vitamin E is one of the most effective, especially in its tocotrienol form. Tocotrienols help protect LDL cholesterol from being oxidized. They keep the LDL molecule stable, preventing it from becoming a trigger for inflammation. This reduces strain on the arteries and helps keep the vessel walls less damaged over time. Foods rich in vitamin E include sunflower seeds, almonds, and leafy greens like spinach. However, if you consider taking supplements, choose those that contain tocotrienols rather than just the common tocopherol form. And as always, it's best to consult a healthcare professional before using them long-term. Vascular health isn't just about how much cholesterol you have, it's about how you can keep it stable. Before we move on, if you find this information helpful, please subscribe to the channel. There's one familiar ingredient in your kitchen that's known to widen blood vessels, lower blood pressure, protect against heart disease, and even prevent blood clots naturally. We're talking about garlic. Once plaque begins to form in the arteries, the process becomes very difficult to stop. Over time, these plaques tend to grow thicker, narrowing the artery and making it harder for blood to flow. The problem isn't just how thick the plaque gets, it's also how fast it builds up. If the progression is slow, the body still has time to adapt and manage it. But if it progresses rapidly, the risk of a cardiovascular event increases significantly, often without any warning signs. That's why slowing down this process is absolutely essential to maintaining long-term vascular health. Among the natural solutions that have been thoroughly researched, aged garlic extract stands out as a reliable choice. Unlike raw garlic, aged garlic has undergone a mild fermentation process that reduces its pungent odor while enhancing its beneficial bioactive compounds. Numerous clinical studies have shown that regular use of aged garlic extract can slow the progression of arterial plaque buildup. In addition, it supports blood pressure regulation, improves cholesterol profiles, and provides added antioxidant protection. Raw garlic still offers many health benefits. However, if you're looking for a more convenient, standardized, and clinically tested option, aged garlic extract is a smart choice. And finally, we come to the factor that directly determines your blood pressure, circulation, and how effectively your heart functions every day. 5. Magnesium. Another foundational issue that contributes to cardiovascular disease is the stiffness and constriction of blood vessels, which often go hand in hand with high blood pressure. When blood vessels become rigid and less able to expand, the heart has to work harder to pump blood throughout the body. This is a common cause of elevated blood pressure and leads to further damage to the inner lining of the arteries. Many people believe high blood pressure is only a concern in old age. But the truth is, the gradual loss of vascular elasticity can begin early and often occurs without any noticeable symptoms for years. Magnesium functions as a natural muscle relaxant. While calcium stimulates muscle cells to contract, magnesium helps them relax. The balance between these two minerals directly affects how well your blood vessels can expand and contract. When your body has enough magnesium, the blood vessels relax gently, internal pressure decreases, and circulation improves. This not only helps stabilize blood pressure, but also reduces the workload on the heart, especially during physical activity or prolonged stress. Unfortunately, most people don't get enough magnesium from their daily diet. Good food sources include dark leafy greens, avocados, nuts like almonds and pumpkin seeds, and pure dark chocolate. If you're considering supplementation, forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate are typically better absorbed than magnesium oxide. It's a small step, but it can make a big difference. Getting enough magnesium isn't just about preventing disease. It's about helping your heart work a little easier every single day. But to truly take control of your health and achieve long-term results, we must start from the root causes. Now, let's take a closer look at the 5 most common causes of blood vessel damage. The first cause is high blood sugar and insulin resistance. When there is too much sugar circulating in the bloodstream on a regular basis, it creates a harmful internal environment. This excess sugar can react with proteins in the arterial walls, forming damaging compounds that trigger inflammation and stiffen the vessels. Imagine sugar being heated until it becomes sticky and brittle. A similar process happens at the microscopic level inside your blood vessels. The second cause is high blood pressure. Picture the difference between water gently flowing through a garden hose versus being blasted out of a fire hose. High blood pressure is like that fire hose. It creates a strong and continuous force that hits your artery walls with every heartbeat. Over time, this pressure causes wear and tear, weakening the delicate inner lining of the arteries and creating vulnerable spots where plaque can start to form. Third is smoking. This one is straightforward. The chemicals in cigarette smoke are directly toxic to the cells that line your arteries, a layer known as the endothelium. Smoking delivers a double blow. It not only directly damages the arterial walls, but also powerfully promotes inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the cardiovascular system, creating the perfect storm for atherosclerosis to progress rapidly. The fourth cause is an inflammatory diet. Specifically, diets high in refined sugar, processed flour, and certain industrial seed oils, such as soybean oil and corn oil, which are often found in packaged and processed foods. These foods trigger a low-grade, chronic inflammatory state throughout your body. This ongoing inflammation is like adding fuel to a fire, constantly keeping your arteries in a fragile, damage-prone state. And the fifth cause is chronic stress. When you're under prolonged stress, your body releases large amounts of hormones like cortisol. These hormones can raise blood pressure, increase blood sugar levels, and intensify inflammation. While stress is a natural part of life, when it becomes chronic, it places a continuous physiological burden on your cardiovascular system, contributing to the very damage we've been discussing. Now, let's explore 6 simple yet highly effective actions you can start today to cleanse your arteries, improve circulation, and reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke, especially important if you're over 50. Each step is backed by scientific research and can be done right at home without complicated or costly methods. Start with what you can control, because every small change is a solid step toward protecting your heart and brain. 1. Eliminate processed foods from your diet, such as sugar, refined grains, bread, soda, cookies, pastries, pasta, and sweets. This is the most important step because it directly addresses inflammation and high blood sugar. Think in terms of whole vegetables, fruits, nuts, meats, fish, and eggs. These are the foods our bodies evolved to recognize and use efficiently. 2. Focus on high-quality, nutrient-dense proteins like wild salmon, sardines, grass-fed beef, organic pork, and fresh European cheeses from grass-fed animals. Also prioritize antioxidant-rich plant foods that reduce inflammation in your arteries, like sunflower seeds, walnuts, celery, tomatoes, arugula, bell peppers, garlic, avocados, and all kinds of leafy greens. 3. Consider supplementing with 200 mcg of vitamin K2, MK7, and 500 mcg, 20,000 IUs, of vitamin D3. These two work together to guide calcium into your bones and keep it from hardening inside your arteries. 4. Completely eliminate inflammatory omega-6 seed oils like margarine, soybean oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, and corn oil. Instead, cook with extra virgin olive oil, EVO, or avocado oil. Actively increase your intake of omega-3 fats to reverse inflammation and heal the arterial lining. The best sources are fatty fish such as wild salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. Eating fatty fish twice a week can make a significant difference. 5. Exercise. Most people think of the gym or intense workouts, but when it comes to heart health, consistency matters more than intensity. One of the simplest and most accessible forms of movement is walking. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking a day can deliver major benefits. It improves circulation and helps blood and oxygen reach every cell. It helps regulate blood pressure naturally. It improves your body's insulin sensitivity, aiding in blood sugar control. And it's one of the most powerful stress-reducing tools available. 6. Start consuming 2 to 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast daily to get B vitamins, especially niacin, which helps dilate and expand your blood vessels, preventing blockages or clots. 7. Prioritize stress management. We can't remove stress from life completely, but we can change how our bodies respond to it. Chronic stress keeps your body in a constant fight or flight state, raising cortisol and adrenaline levels. Over time, this directly harms your cardiovascular system. Find 1 or 2 simple techniques you can practice regularly. It doesn't need to be complicated. It can be as easy as spending 5 minutes a day sitting quietly and focusing on your breath. Take a deep inhale, pause, and slowly exhale. This simple act can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and digest mode, which lowers heart rate and blood pressure. Spending time in nature, listening to music, enjoying a favorite hobby, or connecting with friends and family are also incredibly effective. Find what makes you feel calm and turn it into a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. If you'd like to assess the health of your arteries, talk to your doctor about a CAC test, coronary artery calcium scan. This is a simple, non-invasive CT scan that can directly measure the amount of calcified plaque in your heart's arteries. It gives you a much clearer picture of your true cardiovascular risk than a standard stress test. If you'd like to learn more about the top 5 foods that help cleanse your arteries and prevent heart attacks, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to continue your journey toward a healthier heart. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and as always, I wish you health, prosperity, and happiness, because your health truly deserves to be cared for every single day.